Let's talk about changing your perspective. When things is going wrong in your life, shifting your perspective is key. Instead of saying, why does this keep happening to me? I need you to say, what can I learn from this? It's all about perspective. Remember that. How you look at things is different from how you understand it. You can literally look at something and be completely lost. Take your reflection, for example. Looking at your reflection of yourself is different from reflecting back on yourself. I know that sounds confusing, right? But let's talk about it. Reflection accelerates your personal development, right? Where reflective thinking also makes you knowledgeable, more visible, and helps you become more aware of your assumptions. It makes you more aware of your values and your views. A lot of people will look at their reflection and get caught up on what they look like instead of who they are. Self-reflection is so powerful, y'all. It allows you to evaluate the path that led to your current circumstances, allowing you to think about the feelings, the desires, and the motivations that have guided you to this place, right? Like, have you ever looked in the mirror and just stared at your reflection? Like, just really in tune and looking at yourself and just having deep thoughts on how you got where you are today, right? Like everything you've been through. And sometimes even looking at ourselves like, dang, like how am I still standing? Like it gets deep. And I want y'all to try that sometimes. But back to the basics, right? So allowing you to think about the feelings, the desires, and the motivations that have guided you to this place, right? So it involves being present with yourself and intentionally focusing your attention inward. Okay? I don't think y'all heard me. It involves being present with thyself. Like, have y'all ever took a moment to just be present with yourself? Like, no company, nobody to talk to, no opinions around you, just you and yourself. Like, that's a whole nother level, okay? So, take this time in your life to evaluate your strengths, evaluate your weaknesses as well. Like, what you did right and what you did wrong. Like, it's time for inner work. So, listening to the video today, after this, we putting in that inner work. A lot of people going to the gym, putting in that physical work, and it's great for your health. But let's do that inner work so we could work on our mental health, right? Because inner work can provide a better framework to understand ourselves. So we getting deep. We getting deep with ourselves today, y'all. Like, we learn to understand ourselves from a deep and authentic place. We learn to self-soothe. We learn to self-heal. And we learn how to self-love correctly. A lot of people think, healing and self-love and, is all about going to get your nails done, going to get your feet done, going to get a massage. Like, no, boo. That ain't no inner work. That's still outside work. It's pretty much not even work. It's just maintenance. You know what I'm saying? Like, we doing that inner work today, okay? So right now, ask yourself, right? Let's self-reflect for a minute. What are my strengths? And we're going to write that down. What are my weaknesses, right? What skills do I have? What are my achievements? Like, what have I achieved for myself this far? Where do problems arise in my life? Like, am I around a certain environment where I'm always getting in trouble or things is bad happening? Am I around certain people? You know, do I need to change my circle? You know what I mean? Is it bad habits that I have that constantly is getting me in trouble? Like, what's going on, right? With myself, not with other people, with myself. So start there and then keep me posted on your journey, right? Because this is a safe space. That's what it's all about. But we reflecting, we doing that inner work today, right? Now, why is this important? Why is inner work important, right? Inner work brings light. It brings compassion. It brings awareness to the conscious, subconscious, and unconscious realms of your being. Okay? I know you like, what? Like, girl, what is you talking about? Doing the inner work is putting yourself on the chopping block, pretty much, all right? So the process is going to hurt. Do you hear me? The process is going to hurt, but it is needed. So it's going to hurt. Why? Because it's allowing yourself to be called out on your stuff, right? Things allowing yourself to be called out on your shit. All right. So things that you might have forgotten, that is being pulled to the forefront. Something that you probably pushed to the side, that you didn't feel like dealing with at that moment, or things that you have not or will not deal with at all, and you just bypassed it and kept it pressing, right? Kept it moving. Nope, we pulling that back out. Because getting understanding and closure so that you can let those things rest and carry on with your rebirth. That's what it's about. The rebirth of you, the new you. But how can we have a rebirth if we have no understanding on past things? Like, I feel as though without understanding, it will keep repeating itself. Because you don't even know how you got that way or what happened in the first place. So how can you move past something with no understanding? And how can that be prevented if you didn't understand it, right? You just push it to the side. And that's a bad habit that we have, because a lot of times we don't like to face that. We're not ready for that type of hurt. Or maybe we just already know what is hitting for us. So it's like, I don't want to go down this path because I already know it's going to make me upset. So I'm pushing that to the side. Nope. We bring it to the forefront because we need better understanding so that it doesn't repeat itself, so that we're not making this shit happen again. Right? So I feel like this is important because if we try to figure out what the heck was going on in that part of our life, we would be here forever, right? So, to get started with the ending to a cycle of being or feeling stuck, lost, or stressed, let's dive in with speaking to ourselves more, right? Speaking to yourself, seeing yourself, knowing yourself, and best of all, loving yourself, right? So not only are we facing our challenges and bringing things that we pushed aside to the forefront, we are also loving ourselves more and knowing ourselves more. Like, it's time to turn pain into power. Like, you can do it, okay? So not only are we loving ourselves and things of that nature, it's time to turn it up a notch, right? You can also start with breathing exercises while you reflect. Like, this helps you gain perspective and it keeps a cool headspace even when you're frustrated. So before I close out this video, my beautiful and amazing mothers out there, please, before any work gets done, because this is something that we don't do, and it's hard to do, so it's understandable. Believe me, I have 7 kids, okay? So I understand, but you know what? My life started becoming better when I started prioritizing rest. The journey will be more fulfilling and productive that way, and you need it. So mamas, before we do anything, prioritize rest. Love you, mom bosses.